Hello students, today we are going to discuss about nomenclature of the alkane. Now there are two types of alkane, straight chain alkane and branch chain alkane. While writing the name of the straight chain alkane, we are only going to use word root plus suffix. As alkane is there, so suffix is ane, it is fixed. So for alkane, ane is a suffix. And the word root is decided by the number of carbon atoms present in the straight carbon chain. So there are certain names given according to the number of carbon atoms present in the carbon chain. So if one carbon atom is present, word root is meth. 2 are present and word root is eth. 3 are present and word root is prop. 4 carbon atom present in the chain, then word root is but. 5 carbon atoms are present and word root is pent. 6 carbon atoms are present and word root is hex. 7 carbon atoms are present and word root is hept. 8 carbon atom present and word root is oft. 9 carbon atom present and word root is non. And 10 carbon, so word root is dec. Right? Now we are going to take the help of this word root according to the number of carbon atoms in the chain. So let us take the example 1. Here I have written CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. Now I will number the carbon atoms 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So there are total 5 carbon atoms in a chain. And as 5 carbon atoms are present, our word root is pent. So while writing the name, we have to use word root pent plus suffix ane. So the name is pentane. Now in the second example, CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. I am numbering this carbon chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Here 7 carbon atoms are present, so our word root is hept. So the name will be hept plus ane, that is equal to heptane. In this way, we can able to write the names of IUPAC names of straight chain alkane. Now we will discuss about how to write the IUPAC name of branch chain alkane. Now student, we are going to discuss about how to write the IUPAC name of a branch chain alkane. Now we have to follow certain rules while naming the branch chain alkane according to IUPAC. Let us see what are those rules. If these rules you are keeping in a mind, you will find it is very easy to write the IUPAC name of the branch chain alkane. Now let us see how we are going to write. The first rule for writing the IUPAC name of branch chain alkane is select the longest continuous chain of the carbon atoms. Here I have taken two examples. In this example, you will find that there is one branch. In this example, you are getting one branch of the methyl group. And here you will get the one branch of methyl group, another branch of ethyl group. Now, how to select a longest continuous chain of the carbon atom? You have to see that maximum number of carbon atoms should be there in that longest continuous chain. It will form your parent hydrocarbon chain from which you can find which word root you are going to apply. So for that purpose, it is compulsory to find out longest continuous chain of the carbon atom. But it is not compulsory that it should be always a straight chain. In the first example, you will find that it is a straight carbon atom chain which is having maximum number of carbon atom. So here if you are going to select this carbon chain, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Total 6 carbon atoms are there in a straight chain. You can select from this portion also, means including this CH3 branch also you can select the carbon chain. So if you are selecting from this carbon atom, because compulsion is not there, always there will be a longest continuous chain. So you can select the chain in this way, including this carbon atom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But when you are including this carbon atom and counting the longest continuous carbon chain, you are getting only 5 carbon atoms. If you are selecting a straight carbon chain, you are getting 6 carbon atoms. As 6 carbon atoms are more, so that you are getting our parent hydrocarbon name, that is Higgs. And is alkane, so hexane will be the parent hydrocarbon. So you are not going to select this carbon atom into the chain. You are only selecting straight chain, and this carbon atom will be working as a side chain or branch. Now coming to the next example, here also you will find that I have selected a zigzag pattern of the carbon chain, which will be having maximum number of carbon. So if you are counting from this carbon, then it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 carbon atoms in this carbon chain. This is also a continuous carbon chain. But if you want to select the straight one, then for that straight one, we will count number of carbon atom 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Only 5 carbon atoms are there in the straight chain. So we are not going to select this straight chain. We are going to select this zigzag chain, which is the longest continuous carbon chain. And as there are total 7 number of carbon atoms, so you have got your parent hydrocarbon for this chain or this compound is heptane. So parent hydrocarbon heptane is there, and these are, when you are selecting this chain, there will be 2 side chain or branches. One is of methyl group, another is of ethyl group. So you have to check that by which way you will get the longest continuous chain of the carbon atoms. It is not compulsory that it should be always a straight chain. Now coming to the second rule, if 2 chains of equal length are possible, then select the one with large number of side chain. Now here you have to check when you are getting the large number of side chain, right? When you are selecting the 2 chains of equal length are possible, then you have to keep in mind that one which will be having larger number of side chain, that you are going to select as a parent hydrocarbon chain. Now let us see. I have written this example. Both the structures are same. We will count the number of carbon atom in both the structure. Well, selection pattern will be different. Now here I am taking the straight one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So I am going to select here the straight chain. So straight chain is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 carbon atoms. Now instead of straight chain, I can select the chain from this side also. So I am going to select from this side. Now let us check how many carbon atoms are there in this chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This way if I am going to select the carbon chain, I will get the same number of carbon atom, that is equal to 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now in upper first structure also 6 carbon atom chain I have got. In second structure also I have got the 6 carbon atom. But here if I am considering how many side chain or branches are there, then I am getting here only one this branch or side chain is there, right? And when I am counting for this straight chain, I will get the 2 branches. One is of methyl group, another is of ethyl group. So there are 2 side chain. This rule says that if 2 chains of equal length are possible, then select the one with larger number of side chain. So here I am getting 2 side chain, here I am getting 1 side chain. Therefore, this selection is wrong and this is Right. In this way, we are going to select the carbon chain. Now student, the next rule is the lowest set of locants. Now what is the meaning of locant? Locant or positional number is the number assigned to the carbon carrying substituent, that is the locant. Now when you are selecting a longest continuous chain of the carbon atom, then you are going to number those carbon atoms in such a way that the substituent carrying carbon should get lowest possible number. After selecting the longest continuous chain, you are going to number it so that you will get idea that how many number of carbon atoms present in it, and you are going to number the carbon atoms in the chain in such a way that the substituent carrying carbon atoms should get lowest possible number, and that is known as lowest locant rule. Now if two or more than two substituents are present in the carbon chain, then always we should keep in mind that the numbering should be done that in such a way that carbon carrying substituent should get lowest possible numbers, which we are going to mention while writing the name. Now let us see here. Here this is the one carbon chain I have selected. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 carbon atoms are present in a chain. You can do numbering from left hand side to right hand side in this way, or you can do numbering from right hand side to left hand side in this way also. But now which numbering will be correct? Because by this side, left hand side to right hand side, if you are moving, you are getting 6 carbon atom. From right hand side to left hand side also you are getting 6 carbon atoms. But which way of numbering is correct? That time you have to keep this rule in mind, lowest set of locants. Now here, if I am going to number this carbon chain from left hand side to right hand side, then the carbon carrying substituent get the lowest number 3. And if the same chain I am numbering from right hand side to left hand side, then the substituent carrying carbon gets carbon number 4. Now which one is low? The carbon number 3 is lower. Therefore, our numbering from left hand side to right hand side is correct, but the numbering from right hand side to left hand side is wrong. As the substituent carrying carbon is getting lowest possible positional number or lowest possible locant, your numbering of the carbon chain from left hand side to right hand side is correct. Consider this second example also. Now here I have selected this zigzag chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now how to number this chain? From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in this way, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in this way. Now when there is a confusion, again we have to keep this rule in mind, lowest set of locant. Now you will find that here this is one carbon branch and this is the another carbon branch, right? This is one substituent or side chain, this is another substituent or side chain. Now just focus on these blue color numbers which I have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. If the numbering is done in this way, then you will find that carbon number 3 is carrying substituent and carbon number 4 is carrying substituent. So by using this numbering method, you are getting locant for substituent carrying carbon, that is 3, 4. And if you are numbering from this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 with black color marker I have written here the number. If this way you are going, then you are finding that carbon number 4 is carrying substituent and carbon number 5 is also carrying substituent. So by this way you are getting the locants for the substituent carrying carbon, that is 4, 5. Now 3, 4 is the lowest set, while 4, 5 is the not lowest set. Carbon carrying substituent should get lowest possible number. That is why 3, 4 is the lowest set. And therefore, if you are going by this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, which I have mentioned with the blue color marker, that is the correct numbering. While with black color marker, it is the wrong. Right? Now come to the next example. Here also we are going to see that this is the carbon chain. How to number this carbon chain? See here, if you are going from left hand side to right hand side, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you are going from left hand side to right hand side to left hand side, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now which one is correct? If you are checking the substituent carrying carbon, then from going from left hand side to right hand side, substituent carrying carbon getting the number 2 and 4. So set of locant you are getting set of locants by this way you are getting 3, 4. And if you are going from left hand side to right hand side, then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Your set of locant is 2, 4. Okay. Now you will say that which one is correct. Both where you are getting 3, 4 and 2, 4. In this way you are getting. Now which one is correct, that we have to check. See here, the highly substituted carbon means this carbon is carrying 2 branches. Right? So this substituted carbon is carrying 2 branches. It should get lowest possible number. Right? And this substituent is carrying 1 branch. It also get the locant accordingly. So when there is a highly substituted carbon present in the chain, then the numbering should be done from that end where the highly substituted carbon or the carbon carrying 2 branches is getting lowest possible number. So from this end when you are numbering the carbon chain, that time this carbon carrying 2 side chains or 2 branches of alkyl group should get lowest possible number. That is why your locant will be 2, 4. Right? Now this way you are getting here the highly substituted carbon having lowest possible number. If you are coming from right hand side to left hand side, highly substituted carbon is getting locant 4. That is wrong. So highly substituted carbon getting lowest possible number when you are numbering this carbon chain from left hand side to right hand side. So therefore 2, 4, this locant is correct. So numbering from this side will be correct. Both sides you are getting the same, but here this numbering is correct, this numbering is wrong. Now the next rule, that is the name of branch chain alkane, how we are going to write. First we have to write locant, that is positional number. Then put the hyphen, then substituent name, then word root and then suffix. Now take this example. Here you are getting CH3, CH2, CH, CH2, CH2, CH3 and this CH is carrying 1 branch. Now numbering how we have to done? We have to do it from the side where the substituent carrying carbon get lowest possible number. If I am coming from this side, then it will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. So from this side the substituent carrying carbon is getting number 4. And from this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So from this side the substituent carrying carbon getting number 3. So which side it is getting lowest number? From left hand side to right hand side, if the numbering is done, then it is getting lowest number. Now when you are going to write the name for this compound, that time you have to first mention is locant. So I am writing this name here. This locant is 3, which is the substituent carrying carbons locant 3. Then put the hyphen. Then we have to write the name of the substituent. Substituent is this ethyl group. So write down ethyl. Then word root. Word root will be derived from the how many total number of carbon atom present in the longest continuous chain. So 6 carbon atoms are present in this longest continuous chain. So our word root will be hex. And the suffix, as it is the alkane, suffix will be ane. Right? So I have written this name of the compound as 3-ethyl hexane. Now come to the second example. Here you will find that CH3 carrying carbon is this. Now I have done numbering from left hand side to right hand side. If I am doing from right hand side to left hand side, then this substituent carrying carbon will get 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The locant 5 or positional number 5. While from left hand side to right hand side, it gets positional number 3. So this numbering is correct. Now when you are going to write this name, same way, first locant, that is carbon number 3. Now here methyl group is there, so put the hyphen and write down the name of substituent, that is methyl. So then the name here I am writing for this compound, methyl. Then 7 carbon atoms are there, so it is word root hept, and alkane is there, so suffix will be ane. In this way I have got this compound name is 3-methyl heptane, and for this it is 3-ethyl hexane. Now let us see the next one.